And so it was, a heated day of July, wondering if you will ever step outside. Then you just do. A lazy day, a day where nothing happens, when all that leaves doesn't return, when the pavement smolders. You decide to go out for a walk. You could have stayed in instead. You walk down the stairs. Outside you are blinded by the light. Your hands are searching for anything that's cold. The man is staring at you. He is carrying bags heavy with food, and he stares in disbelief. You keep walking, and he turns around. He stops you with his voice, asks if you live nearby. A lazy day, a day where it happens. You blink in the sun, put out your hand in protection. He says that he has seen you before, that you were on the same street, that you were walking fast. In the blaze of that day, you stand on the sidewalk, and you agree to everything. You give out your number. He repeats it like a mantra, his big heart in a trance. You wave your hand. The walk resumes in the heat. You try to remember the face. An actor from abroad, dark-eyed and pensive, has stopped you in your day. It's only when he's gone that you know that a coup de foudre has happened and you did not see it. I walked outside, and I had a body into which you had carved. When I stepped out of your house, I had a careful tempo of a walk, a quick stroll worthy of the 50s that had categorized my dress. I walked outside after having sat by you in a fabulous chill, and stood erect in the perfect position of a woman you had summoned. I swayed my feet to the sound of Sinatra's Something Stupid. The porches were all whitened. A few lights came out of houses. I walked and saw my city in miniature, and me, miniature pin-up. My sweet mind was forlorn, away from my lips, being ravaged, being kissed, back and forth in the trailing street. I walked and the Canadian night sang, the breeze up and down the curb and into backyards. I clung to my walk, infatuated, a brand new dollar, hawk-eyed poetess of a girl walking home after being with you. I walked in a space called night, and my city revolved in the dark, a late dinner, the shimmer of your bracelet in the candlelight. I walked with my face looking up, with a blue smile of glamour, not feeling sleepy, in a familiar street thrown out of spin and hollow. I was carried away, smooth, alone, and wrapped up in riot. It was just an ordinary city, crushed in the night, the tranquil order of us, eyes like wide camera movements, and me, walking down my street. The first time I heard Moon River, I was lying in your bathtub. You had run it, so it was way too hot for me, the water steamy, the mirror steamed up, my flushed face emerging from the foam. That morning, you had come to my house looking sad and dejected, your eyes in a panic. You held my hand and asked me to promise that I wouldn't run away if you told me something. I refused to promise, and you sat at the edge of the bed, fidgeting, stared at hands that had pulled away, and told me you were married. I held the curtains for a long time, looking across at the neighbors, not registering the words properly, slow blood running through me, avoiding your pale eyes, searching for a sign of recognition. I heard you say that you were unhappy, that you had not planned this, that something in you snapped when I walked by you unknowingly, that you needed time to think about what life would be without me. I held the curtains, lost in a maze, catching my inaudible breath, knowing that there was nothing I could do because the damage was done. Now Frank Sinatra's blue voice was slipping through the cracks, permeating the rooms with a joy and ease that caught me off guard, bringing images of New Jersey shores and the streets of Hoboken. I learned later that Sinatra might have been involved with Miami mobsters. Rumor went that he was close to members of organized crimes and gangsters, a short-termed egotist who had a reputation for tantrums and kickbacks. The trouble with Frank Sinatra is that I heard the voice first.